What's up, guys? DJ Mike James coming at you again. Got another product review for you. From what I understand, this is a wall washer. It's a pretty good size. We're gonna take a look at this together and check it out. As always, I have my trusty knife, so watch it. We can get this sucker cut open and pull this light out, and we're gonna see exactly what we got going on here. And what do you know, it is a box within a box. Sorry if I'm out of frame here. I'll try to get back over. Give you guys a good look at what we got going on here. You know, as a DJ, I use uplights and wall washers all the time. So this is a super functional product for me as I pull this stuff out. Looks like we got our mounting side brackets, thumb screws, IEC cable. These look like they're going to be our side brackets, so I'll get that out. We've got the 24-piece LED wall wash light. You take a look at that as I get into it here. Now, this is a pretty decent sized light, actually. I do like the way that it's packed. As I kind of get the packaging off of this, so I can get a better idea of what I got going on here. It is packed pretty well. And look at that, we do have a 24 LED bar moving wash. It's not a moving head, this is a standalone wash light. As you can see, does have 24. A couple things already that I'm seeing in here that I actually really like. I'll flip this around so you can see. Is that we do have our power in and an Edison power out. So that is fantastic. We also have DMX in and out. Our standard menu. Mic sensitivity for sound active. I can already assume that. Up and down, positives and negatives on here. And I'm going to get this thing plugged in and go through the manual and see what she'll do. All right, guys, DJ Mike James coming back at you. All right, so I've had a chance to go through this light a little bit, figure out some of the parameters and what our menu functions actually are. As you can see, there are 24 LED diodes on here that are red, green, and blue. You do have static color mixing. This has... it looks like 7 different DMX channels in 512. So we have our A001 is our 2-channel. Of course, then we're going to go to C, which is our 3-channel mode, 4-channel mode in D, 6-channel mode in E, 7-channel mode in H, 12-channel mode in L, go back to L, and 24-channel mode in P001, with there being 24 LEDs. I'm assuming you would have pinpoint control over every single one of those. I don't know that for a fact, but how. So then we'll get into our static color mixing, which of course is our red. Right now it's at 0. If I go down, it'll of course be all the way on at 255. Go up and that will shut that off. Of course, for color mixing, we'd have to shut that off to go to our next color, which is green. So if I go down, of course, 255. Our next one is blue, so on and so forth as we do the color mixing. And then we get into our flash mode, which is our strobe. Of course, I have the settings set at 15 here, which is, it goes from 1 to 20. So right now I'm about 3/4 of the way up. And as I speed that up, we'll get right into our actual strobe. I'm going to go ahead and set that back to 15 because that's going to affect, ironically, what ends up happening is when we get into our next setup, which is our point-to-point control, our different show modes, which are in J, and I'm going to go into that next. So we have our 1J. Of course, this is set at 0. I'm going to increase that show mode up to 15 so we can get a little bit of movement out of that. And that's going to give you guys a nice little run through of what this does. So in 1J, it is going to run this particular point to point on the LEDs here, and the other number sets your speed. With that being said, I can go up to 2J, which is a different show mode. And again, the numbering is only going to control the speed of the show. 3J, which gives you more of a half and half looking display here as it runs through all the different show modes. We'll go to 4J as we're doing a looks like a color stream bouncing forth, back and forth bouncing here. 5J, of course I'll let this run for just a second so you guys can kind of see what this light's going to do. 6J, which we're going to run a little quicker. Again, super awesome effects in this light, especially for wall washing capabilities. You have the ability to color mix. You have different show modes in here. These are the auto modes in J. 7J, another auto mode. Of course, once I set the one at 15, they all stay at 15, which is kind of cool. And you'll get a nice little display here, which I can speed that up for you so you can see what this looks like at full speed. But I kind of slowed it down just so you can sort of see exactly what it's going to do. But that is a pretty sweet effect right there in itself. But I'm going to slow that back down to 15 so that we can kind of run through here. 8J is another show mode where we have sort of a background color going, and then we're running through. I almost want to speed that up to see what it does. And you'll kind of see as it runs through its pattern real fast of what your wall washing capability would be. Of course, that is super fast. And I'm going to slow that down just a little bit. And then 9J is all of the effects 1 through 8, all in one on the last effects channel. So I'll speed that one up so we can kind of watch it go through all the different effects. And it'll go really quickly because, of course, I have it at the fastest setting right now. So all the effects through 1 through 8 will also be in this 9J mode. So drop that back down to 15 so we can get through there. And then the next option in here is our gradient modes. And these will be single color gradients. So that's going to be our red gradient. I'm going to speed the gradient up to see how fast it does, so we get a nice pulse out of that, which that's super cool. Green gradient. Blue. These are solid color gradients when we get into this D format. Purple. Yellow. And true to form on all of these, when we get to the final one, it is a mix of all of the color gradients. So this would be your full color gradient through the color spectrum on here. Of course, again, being able to set the speed of that. Like I said, this would be great under your booth. As a wall wash behind your booth. If you had several of these, you could DMX these together where you're dealing with, you know, a nice 40 plus inch 24 LED wall wash effect. It is really nice. It's super lightweight. It does have a metal housing, plastic on the top here. The entire case is metal. You get your brackets. Like I said, I'd be curious to see a few of these DMX together, just the sheer length of the wall wash that you would get out of that, as I just sort of leave it in this color gradient as it runs through all of its colors for you. So again, check this slide out. The link will be in the description. 24 LED wall wash light. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.